everybody, and welcome back, or welcome actually, to my channel and another fun and entertaining video. I feel like that's the most YouTuber I've been since I started my channel. I don't think I've ever done like an intro like that. That's besides the point. Today we have a completely new and interesting concept on this channel. I'm sure it's been done before. We are doing art memes. We're not drawing them, we are just reading them. And this is a completely brand new idea that I've come out specifically for this video and not because I've run out of ideas. I actually haven't done that. I do have something else I want to do in the next video. I say next video, it's not gonna be next video. I do have any I do have I do have an idea. It's just I don't really have the time to execute that idea right now, so this might be me for like the next couple months or so. Yeah, it's something. I hope you don't mind the art memes. I'm sure we're all gonna find them entertaining and fun. Let's just hop to it. I feel like I've been rambling on for too long. On to the memes. So, side note here, we are drawing cats in this video because I lost the footage to the original video, or like the original illustration I was doing for the background footage for this video, I guess. And I don't really have the time to do something entirely new, so we're drawing funny cats from Pinterest, so apologies in advance for the nightmare view that comes from this because I don't know how to draw cats and I did not care to learn before this, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, enjoy. So the first meme we've got here, I'm debating whether or not to do a voice for this. I feel like I would fail miserably at that, but also it'd be fun. I'll try. It's not gonna be much of a voice, but I'll try. Okay. Wait a minute. You're asking me to take responsibility for my mental health and stop promising big art projects I can't finish? I know it's a tall order. Most of the time, I can't control what I draw and don't. What if you set boundaries? Yeah. What if? I love that. Yeah, that is kind of just. I don't. I can't speak for other artists, but that is me. Um, I do this a lot. Like I mentioned in the intro, like I have some kind of like big project plan for YouTube, but I've got so many other projects that I have to finish before that. So that's kind of the main reason I haven't started anything yet, and that's probably why the past couple of videos I've been doing haven't really been very thematic. Is that the word? They haven't had much of a theme, you know? So yeah, I do this a lot. I have so many ideas, so many project plans, but I just never start them because I have a lot of other stuff going on. So yeah. Anyways, next meme is. Oh no, I've lost the meme. I don't know why I downloaded all of these memes out of order. Yeah, I had to download them because my computer keeps crashing and it's not fun. Okay, next meme. Me recruiting people. Me recruiting people to my ragtag art site based on who has begun to flee the disintegration of deviant art. 2025 colorized. The main reason I included this meme was not the fact that deviant art is disintegrating, mostly because I don't know exactly what DeviantArt is. I've never used it, which is quite shocking as an artist. I know it's where you post art, and I think you kind of built up a portfolio on there, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. So that's not the main reason I included this meme. The main reason I included this meme was because it reminded me of the weirdest, wildest thing I saw. Like, I was gonna say the other day, it's been a while, but yeah. So I went to like university open days, obviously, as one does. And obviously I was like applying to kind of art school, and one of the like portfolio guidance things they had like a list of things not to include. And one of the things on there, I'll see if I can find a picture of that list. But one of the things on the like things not to include list was inspirational images from DeviantArt. And I was like, okay, oddly specific. And also, why? Like, I don't particularly know what's wrong with DeviantArt. Once again, never used it myself. But I feel like if it come when it comes to like inspiration, I feel like that should be allowed to be included in like your portfolio. Like personally for me, a lot of my kind of inspiration stems from other people's art styles. And I get if they don't really want to see that specifically. Like, I don't know. I don't know what unis want, honestly. I was about to say uni is a scam, but I also don't know if that's true, and I don't want to spread misinformation. So, yeah. I have seen a lot of stuff about like art school and how not a lot of it's different for everyone, but I know some people don't particularly enjoy it themselves, and yeah, but I don't know. I don't know my exact feelings about that. So, no comment from me. Let's see if I can not open Spotify and get more memes. I'm really disorganized. My memes are all over the place, so I'm trying to find them as quickly as I can. Also, my computer setup is now really, really bad because everything's on my hard disk and I no longer know where anything is. Okay. So, our next wonderful meme, this is quite a short one. Having no idea what to draw and having so much ideas to draw. I'm just reading this. I'm not the one making the grammar mistake. I was so tempted to say many, but gotta read the memes as is. I don't know what to say about this. This is just kind of true. Sometimes you're kind of in that art block phase and you just don't really know what to draw. You don't have any inspiration. You can't find any inspiration and you're just kind of lost on what to draw, staring into a blank page. I think that's how most people would describe it. Having so many ideas, that would be when art block's over and you've got so many like you've seen so many inspirational things and you just want to draw it all, but you can't because you can only draw one thing at a time. I think currently I am in a bit of an art block phase, is why I'm drawing cats instead of a completely different piece. Even though I probably could have done that. Also, I don't have much time, okay? Anyways, but yeah, I'm currently in the kind of art block phase, but I do know like sometimes when I'm like really inspired, I just fill an entire sketchbook in like a month. And I think that's a good way of kind of expressing all your ideas. Like if you have so many ideas, just do sketches. Don't do full pieces. Unless you have ideas for full pieces, then I don't know how to help with that. But, you know, I love giving advice, guys. That's what I'm doing now. Anyways, how it feels as an artist when you can't find the reference for the pose you want. I don't know why there was so much hesitation while I was reading that. That feels very straightforward sentence to read, but uh I don't know. I'm bad at reading things. Yeah, once again, very relatable. I will say I'm offering advice again. I shall be your sage today. I guess when you have an idea for like a pose, you can try drawing it yourself from like imagination, and if there's one kind of body part, I guess, that you are struggling with, you can look for references for that specific body part. And sometimes you can also just combine references, right? Make your own pose, Frankenstein stuff together. You don't have to just find one image and draw completely from that. I know I do that a lot, like in my videos, but sometimes I do try to draw my own kind of poses. And drawing your own pose is also really great because you can kind of create your own composition rather than sticking to the reference. Nothing wrong with using references. We love using references. It's just when you're really stuck on finding like a reference, you can always just draw your own. Or you can make your own reference, pose yourself or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of my advice when it comes to that meme. Next meme. Ooh, what to choose? What to choose? Oh yeah, I've got the folder with all my memes open now, so no more struggling to find my memes. This one's nice. The artist is also a writer. I'm sure you've seen this meme before. I've seen it before. I think it's quite a popular meme. And yeah. Oh, I didn't finish reading the meme. And now I've lost it somehow. What the heck? Oh, I'm doing so well. I'm such a great YouTuber, guys. Anyways, the artist is also a writer. I like to suffer creatively twice. I would say make that thrice because I also play Honkai Star Rail. Oh, uh, I am still in a state of mourning after Emphoria's. And like obviously a bunch of new updates have come out bunch too, but like I've been playing those. I haven't really played those on the day of the update because I keep, once again, very busy. And also I keep pushing it off because I'm like, every time I log into this game, all I think of is Amphorius, Finon, Mighty, and all the crisis there. And it just makes me really, really sad. And I'm like, please send help. I am not okay. The therapy bills are piling and it's Honkai Star Rail's fault. I just realized that that has nothing to do with this meme because it says creatively and not just suffer. Although I guess in a sense it's creativity because the way you enforce no, you immerse yourself in the world is kind of creative. I don't know. Um also in case you didn't know, I'm not a writer. I don't write stories, but I do have a bunch of original characters, like OCs, and I've written backstories for all of them. And oh my god, all of their backstories are always so sad and like traumatic. I've got I'm gonna do a little shameless plug here. I've got two videos on my channel that talks about some of my original characters. I do actually have more issues. I haven't gotten around to actually making a video of those, so I hope those characters get to be drawn soon. I don't know. I hope I get to show you these characters soon. Sometimes I just don't think of the things I say, and then I just start a sentence, and it ends up not being an actual sentence because I was gonna say something, but I haven't formulated how I wanted to say it yet. And yeah, I'm rambling again. I love that. Next meme. Once again, I get my pick. I might actually go look for more memes while I'm recording this. Also, I'm just recording the audio. I've decided not to record my screen because I couldn't be bothered to figure out how that works. So, and so you just get to hear me mess around with all my like folders and stuff without actually seeing it, and I do feel bad about that because you just get to hear it, but you're just listening in on me slowly disintegrating into madness as I lost my file for the 50th time. Anyways, this meme is very reminiscent of the first artist's incomplete artwork. The artist is not looking at the incomplete artwork, he's looking at the new artwork. Yeah, like I said, I have a habit of starting new projects before finishing like one project. Also, when I'm referring to projects here, I do mean like full projects, but also like pieces, like artworks that I've done. So kind of like the illustrations I do. I hope editor me puts all the illustrations I've done on the screen so I can shameless plug again. Please go check out my other videos. I would be forever grateful. Anyways, I did actually find a better version of that meme. Oh, I wish I see. Here's the thing. I recorded this video yesterday, and then my computer crashed. I'm not even joking. My computer crashed while I was recording this video yesterday. I finished recording the video. But yeah, I recorded the process of me finding these memes, and I had I had this whole moment while I was looking at this specific meme like, "Oh, look, there's an even better meme." But I just couldn't do that now because that'd be weird because you guys already know I have a folder with all the memes in it. Anyways, I have I have another version of that meme that's just way better. Oh my god. Yeah, look at how many unfinished projects there are. I love how most of like the girls aren't even looking at the guy anymore. Also, how many times did like this person edit that image for like wait, was she originally like kind of out of focus? You know, the girl in red. Because she's so out of focus in this one. Why is she so out of focus? Oh yeah, she is originally out of focus. I just thought they messed with the image quality so much from editing all of those girls in. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm being weird. Anyways, so yeah, they aren't really looking at the guy, but I love that. It's so funny. Anyways, more memes. Let's see. Absolutely no one. Artist when drawing a face. Wait, drawing faces. Oh my god, that is also so real. And I have a story to come with this meme. Again, like I said, I recorded this video yesterday, so this is why everything sounds kind of scripted because I had already said everything I wanted to say. And I'm still somehow messing up my sentences, and I don't know how. I'm just bad at talking, I guess. Anyways, I have a story about this because I did this on I did this? No, I do this on public transport. So like I am the slightly weird psychopath that you see on public transport that just does weird faces while staring intently into her lap, because that's where my sketchbook usually is. Unless it's like a train with a table, then it'd be on the table and then it makes sense what I'm doing. Although I do sometimes move to my lap because I don't like the table. So, yeah. This is me on public transport. And I know for a fact that people give me looks. I just haven't seen people give me looks, but I know they do. I swear. Because I have made some weird and wild faces. Although I don't just do this when I'm drawing, I sometimes do this when I'm like scrolling through Pinterest and find like a really funny post or a really weird post, in which case I'd make a face of absolute disgust. I once laughed maniacally. I once laughed maniacally on the bus to the point where I couldn't breathe after reading my own text message that I sent to my friend. And the person sat next to me literally moved. I have so many funny stories. And yes, I am well aware that this is like, I'm talking about public transport here, and I'm sure, like, I am probably that weird, crazy people that people complain about when they're complaining about public transport. Sorry, sometimes things just really get to me, and I'm just like, I have to express either my pure joy or abject horror at what I'm seeing, and I do that on my face, and sometimes in lovely maniacal laughters. I just knock the mic with my hand. That's lovely. Okay, next meme. That was a very long story time. What is the next meme? Why are artists poor, weird, depressed, bad at maths, important, so messy, gay, tortured souls? um, that's just, yeah, that's kind of real. Although, I will disagree with the bad at maths point. I'm actually good at maths. I have an A. I had an A. I don't do maths anymore. What do you mean? Man, I think I kind of miss math. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of the weird psychopaths that actually like math. Why are artists poor? I don't actually know. Well, I guess it's because it's really it's kind of a difficult career path. Like a lot of artists do find success, but some artists don't, and it's kind of sad. But yeah, we keep working at it. It's kind of like it's our dream, you know? It's a lot of kind of artist dream to draw for a living. So for me, I'd keep working at it until I actually hopefully make money and don't end up dying in a ditch somewhere, but you know. Anyways, weird. I feel like that is a testament to what I was talking about earlier about making faces while drawing in public transport. Yeah, sometimes we are weird, but I think it makes us unique, okay? And to quote Star Rail, because I am chronically obsessed with that game, the courage to be unique is a virtue. And if you're wondering where that line is from, it's Fine Odds about an accent voice line. And if you're wondering why I know about that, chronically obsessed with this game. And maybe Fine On. I do really like Fine On. Send hope. Anyways, moving on. I am gonna do one more question because I'm kind of running out of time here. Why are artists so messy? I don't know. I feel like we as artists misplace things so often. The amount of times I've lost a pencil, stylus, eraser, which, whatever you want to name, it's immeasurable, and honestly, I'm convinced there's just a goblin that exists that comes into our houses and steals our art supplies and puts them somewhere else. It's just not possible for me to lose something like 50 million times in one lifetime. I'm totally not just shifting the blame to someone else. But yeah, I'm not actually sure why, I guess. Maybe it's just the sheer amount of art supplies we own sometimes. And maybe we're just sometimes not really paying attention to where we put stuff. I know when I'm really locked in, I'm not really paying attention to where I put my stylus, for example. So that's kind of probably the reason people ask those questions. I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, that's it. That's all the memes. It's a very different video, I think, to what I usually do. Well, it's not that different. I did still have my usual banter, my usual kind of advice. I hope you learned something from that advice. I don't know, this wasn't particularly made to be an educational video, but I ended up giving advice anyways. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I hope you come back. I don't know. Subscribe, guys, and like the video. And yeah, that's all the art memes for today. Bye!